You ever stumble upon something on Seller Central and think, wait, why haven't I clicked on this before? That happened to me recently with a tiny link that says request a metric. Sounds simple, right? But what it opens up is actually a pretty interesting window into how Amazon thinks and how you can align your brand strategy with their priorities. Hey folks, Sami here, founder of Labels Growth, where we help Amazon brands scale smart through full spectrum account management. Today I want to explore a small but meaningful piece of Amazon's backend. The request a metric feature and what it reveals about what really matters to Amazon. So here's the deal. When you click on a request a metric, Amazon presents you with four broad focus areas: competition level, growth rate, trend, durability, and customer demand. And in some cases, like mine, you might also see additional categories like ace in detail and something really intriguing, future predictions. Now, let's break this down. What is Amazon really trying to figure out with these options? First, there's growth rate. Clearly, Amazon is interested in knowing whether a product, niche, or brand is gaining traction or losing it. That tells us they're looking for momentum. If something is scaling quickly, it gets noticed. It might even receive algorithmic or back-end visibility boosts. Second is competition level. Amazon wants to measure saturation. If a niche is overcrowded, they are likely calculating risk for buyers, sellers, and even advertising cost. If your listing thrives in a competitive segment, that's a strong signal of value. Third comes consumer demand. This one's a little trickier because it's closely tied to growth, but it's really about desire. How much are shoppers actively looking for this type of product? Search trends, conversion rates, and seasonal spikes all feed into this. Then we have durability or trend duration. Essentially, is this a fad or is this category here to stay? Amazon wants long-term players, not one-hit wonders. If you're selling something that gets consistent searches over months and years, that's golden. And now the juicy part of future predictions. This one caught my eye. It's not always available, but when it shows up, it suggests that Amazon is exploring predictive modeling based on buyer behavior, historical sales, and maybe even seasonality shifts. This about how powerful that is. Let's take an example. Say you're running a clothing brand and you're trying to time your fall collection. Normally, you'd use your past data, maybe a spreadsheet, maybe Helium 10 or something similar. But even then, things like weather changes or sudden consumer trends can throw off your projections. What Amazon's prediction model could offer, if it ever becomes detailed and public, is an insight backed by billions of data points that you and I simply don't have access to. That could change the game for forecasting inventory and ad budget planning. But here's a reality check. Predictions are still just predictions, whether it's Amazon or your own forecast. They can't predict weather shifts or surprise trends. They can only give you an educated guess. Still, that's better than being caught completely off guard. Predictions help you plan your ad transitions, swap out seasonal listings, and prepare your back end ops before the market shifts. What's clear in this? Amazon is paying attention to product trajectory, market saturation, and consumer behavior over time, and they want you to pay attention to those things too. Clicking that request a metric link isn't just about seeing a new data, it's a peek into Amazon's framework of success. So next time you are optimizing a listing or planning a product launch, ask yourself, how would Amazon evaluate this ASIN? Is it growing, competitive but unique? Is there a strong demand and will it last? If you're not just looking to sell but to scale in a sustainable way, understanding these metrics is a key. And if you're looking for help reading those signals, planning your growth, and staying ahead of the curve, my agency, Labels Growth, specializes in exactly that. From a full A to Z management to data driven growth planning, we help brands build not just better listings but their businesses. Feel free to reach out to us at info@labelsgrowth.com or visit labelsgrowth.com. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.